The D-pad contains crude language, cringe humor, and suggestive themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
We're gonna have a TV party tonight. Alright! We're gonna have a TV party, alright!
Hey everyone, welcome to the D-pad. I'm your host DZ Dog here, and unfortunately we couldn't have Logan or his friend Weeb Trash on due to some technical difficulties, as well as Logan just falling asleep when we were going to have the podcast. But we were able to have Commissar, Trench, and Mark on, so, that's something. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy.
Bag. Don't you know I'm everyday, bro?
Oh.
So apparently, Ethan actually got to meet Logan, and, Logan was just so mad meeting him, he did, nervous ticks in front of him.
Oh, damn.
He did some Chris Chan shit. But he'll be shocked to find out if he ever has an Encyclopedia Dramatica page.
Uh-huh. Yeah. For some
I
reason.
love H3H3. It's such a good show.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yes. He's covering that Chris Burns guy from VidCon.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, fucking kill yourself. You're irrelevant and uncool.
Yeah. That whole...
He talks shit about Ethan saying that fucking hee guy.
Oh.
He is the bane of YouTube's bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everyone knows who Ethan is, and they refuse to talk about him.
Yeah.
Unless you're SoFlo, who actually guest stars in his podcast.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, his enemy, his mortal enemy, SoFlo.
Hey!
Hey, Mark.
Sorry about that. I was kind of in a Dota 2 match when this happened. I didn't know it was today.
Oh, no, it's fine. I don't know if I posted it in here or not. Anyway, Logan wanted me to do it because he was going to have Weeb Trash on here. So,
Oh!
yeah, it's one of his friends.
Fucking weird booze. Eh.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that was this week. I forgot. I was like, oh yeah, Weeb Trash.
Yeah. That guy. That boy.
Here comes all over that. I actually saw one of those guys at PopCon.
Ooh.
It's just here comes that boy. It's like, no. And then people stopped to look at me as soon as I told some guy no.
Yeah.
Let it die.
Burn it all to the ground.
Shall never die. Get your butt on here, Logan.
Yeah, Logan Paul, everyday bro. Wait, no, that's Jake.
Well, this is awkward, but, as per usual.
Life is awkward.
Indeed.
So what's up?
I'm doing alright. Saw Wonder Woman finally.
How was it?
It was good. I liked it.
I admit, it's not as good as Batman v Superman, in my opinion.
Really?
You like Batman v Superman?
I love it. I own the Ultimate Edition. I own the action figures. I love the commentary tracks. I don't like the theatrical version, but I did like it when I first saw it. But when I watched...
Oh, I thought you were referring to the theatrical, the movie. I was like...
Zack Snyder, regardless of the decisions he makes, you know what Batman v Superman movie felt like to me? It felt like it was something Tim Burton in the 80s would have created.
The funny thing is the fact I think the guy... Whoever was supposed to play Lex Luthor, it turns... I think he was like... I think he thought that the role he was going to be in was for the Riddler, because I think he would have made a great Riddler.
Nah, personally, I think that guy from How I Met Your Mother would have been better.
Damn, who was that guy again?
NPH.
Oh yeah, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil's Puppet Dreams.
Uh-huh.
That I actually remember that show, and the one that really stood out was like the one where he dreamt he was on To Catch a Predator, to where he played a raping puppeteer, and he wanted to put his hand up Chris Hansen puppet.
Oh, hey, Colin.
This is disturbing. This is not even funny.
Yeah.
This makes the Booty Warrior scene in Boondocks less creepy.
Oh.
Well, the Booty Warrior was a creepy person to begin with, so...
Yeah, but that's because he was real, but Neil Patrick Harris playing a rapist puppeteer, like, that's scarier for some reason. Even the movie will go, what are you going to do with that puppet? Leave it alone.
Anyways.
Hmm?
What?
I was just saying, what did you say, Colin?
Oh, I said, I feel like that's something he does in his free time anyways. Acts out weird fantasies with puppets.
Oh.
Which is weird because this had Jim Henson Companies behind it.
Oh God.
It was produced by Nerdist,
Oh,
aka Nerd Blackface / Cringe,
yeah.
with Chris Hardwick, who for some reason has become the Kevin Pereira of our generation. When it's like, dude, just put Kevin Pereira on there. He needs the money. All he's doing is life hacks. That show sucks.
Yeah.
It's like I keep looking at that because like I know it's like, hey, he's feeding, paying the bills, feeding his family, but it's like this is a guy who was on news networks. This guy was debating with people about technology and numerous other gadgets and trying new things, going to all around the world to promote technological television to tech TV, and debating with people on video game violence with Adam Sessler, and this is what they're doing now? How the mighty have fallen. Just like... It's like you see... it's like seeing Donald Trump in office one day, and then the next day being homeless. It's like, you're not even upset. You're just like, wow, how did that happen? So fast. Melania just took control. It was a mad coup scheme the whole time.
If only.
That'd be scary if it was ran by Milana.
Yeah.
Then people are like, oh, we're fucked now.
Oh, jeez. This went to a very weird direction. So, yeah, anything goings on to you guys?
I just realized life was an empty void.
Creepy.
My campaign here is finishing up, and then soon I'll be routed off to another, desolate place to bury in the new to die or something.
Oh, so you're going to live in New York.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to get you for that, Trent. One day. One goddamn day. Karmasar got me into this thing called Fernando's podcast, and like, what the hell is that? And it's like this weird little thing dedicated to a character called what was he called?
Fernando the Man Whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched a couple episodes of that. Sexual Lobster.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a thing. That's all I can really say. It's a thing. Entertaining thing.
He's certainly creative.
Yeah.
Unlike most YouTubers.
Yeah, I know.
Harry Partridge.
You don't like Harry Partridge?
I do, but like, he's just vanished.
Oh yeah,
but he has a life. He doesn't live off his animations or anything like that.
He's not like Sexual Lobster, I know.
Yeah.
Where his mother-in-law is a scorpion. That's still the weirdest episode he's ever shown me.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that they actually have a weird little plot where they talk about people in gimp suits on an island filled with greased up walruses. That's how weird that music video was.
Yeah.
It made me feel things
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't want to feel.
Yeah.
Oh, they recently showed products of the new Pacific Rim toy line, which is essentially just a teaser for how these robots are going to look in the movies. So far, the designs look amazing. Like, they have like a whole display of them. They showed it in like Hong Kong, so it's just like at this weird expo there, and it's like barely anyone was going to it. I think at this point they're like, yeah, that movie happened.
Yeah.
They were all too busy seeing the latest Adam Sandler movie that opened up alongside it. I'm not kidding. Pacific Rim lost to Adam Sandler.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Only in America. Like, other than that, like, I did go to PopCon Indy, and I did something really stupid.
What?
I got Phil Lamar to sign a weird piece of fan art.
I'm kind of afraid to ask. What is it? Like, what is the
Let
fan
me
art?
show. My friend Tim the Wizard just messaged me as soon as I showed, going, "You madman! You lunatic!"
You crazy!
He was startled by what he saw.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I've
Oh
seen-
man, I actually saw a picture. I just saw like a music video and it had that picture in it.
Oh.
Why was there a music video?
Yeah,
Well, actually, it
no.
was a song. It just had that picture in the background.
Oh.
Uh-huh. There's something you wish to tell the class?
No, it was a song. It was like I forgot I forgot the name of the song, but like
Song
the picture, but the picture was like in the background, and it just like had that still image of that picture while the song was playing in the background. I was like, this would have been an amazing crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just like alternate universe shit.
Yes, it would have been awesome. Like,
Like,
Duke
yeah,
Nukem
these guys always
with-
knew each other. They're mobsters and all that stuff. Just like,
It would have been interesting, like Duke Nukem meeting Serious Sam and having a crossover with them.
only
Just
they don't
sit
treat it
back-
like a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh hey.
Yeah, like and the funny thing would be is that they carpool together. So they literally meet in a carpool,
Oh.
and then
But it's
aliens
not
show
an
up.
awkward drive. They're actually having fun listening to their favorite songs. They listen to doo-wop.
No, they listen to What Is Love.
Oh.
No, that's too on the nose, gay.
Yeah.
Leave it subtle, man.
Eh.
Dude, leave it subtle.
Yeah.
Well, when he
Yeah,
said
he was like,
in a car to the song "What Is Love," I was thinking of the Saturday Night Live skit where they did that with Ben Stiller. I think it was Ben Stiller,
yeah, it was Will Ferrell.
Yeah, it was Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, or some people.
Yeah.
And I was imagining Jack and Johnny Bravo doing that.
Only they're just gently nodding their heads to it because they have more class.
No, Jack would be gently nodding his head. Johnny would be doing the whole over-exaggerated head
But
bob.
he's driving! Ah!
And he was a good driver.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, I might want to write a short, like, comic series about this because, like, this type of stuff gets gears turning in my head. It's like, this would work. But like, I love.
Your ears should not be turning when you steal other people's ideas.
Oh no, I'd credit them. Just be like this should be a thing. This should, because they're already creating a Samurai Jack comic book where they're ripping off a bad '80s TV show called Quantum Leap.
Oh god.
And that's a real thing. It's like, there are so many better ideas than this.
Yeah, I don't know how that would be. Trying to do Quantum Leap. The Samurai
Quantum
Jack.
Leap was a terrible show, except when it talked about racism. Then they would just cut to that really serious stuff. Then all of a sudden they cut back to the silly stuff.
So it had tone issues.
It had tone issues. Weren't even the start. Just like everything was. I mean, you understand where like the show is coming from with a lot of stuff. It's like, okay, this is about someone putting the right to where what was wrong and all that shit, but that's because there was mystery to like what the hell was guiding him to do this, like, because this experiment was just an experimental version of time travel, and then it started to do this bizarre thing, and they started saying, hey, what if it's God doing this? I'm like, shh, don't get the atheists riled up. They're like, hey. It's like, shit, they know. But it's weird, and I don't think that's a good Samurai Jack story to have him being involved in that type of thing where it's alternate realities involving that. It should just be like different tales of different universes with this character. Such as, like, what if it was kind of like a Tales from the Crypt thing where you see the blue guy from that Time Portal Guardian, whatever. He just like, hey, motherfuckers, I'm going to introduce you to this shit. I know, weird, right?
Yeah.
Sit back, grab some drinks, get good and blazed. We're gonna Samurai Jack you. Oh no. You're grown off camera. You go, shut the fuck up. And that was Commissar groaning, but he got beat up. But yeah, it was a weird experience at PopCon. There were cringy things, like they had a guy in a fursuit nomming on a human arm prop.
Oh god.
Whenever I see that, I go, I wish I could time travel back and just go back in time and then just hand your dad a condom and say, trust me, it's not worth it.
You see, I'm not allowed at conventions in Indiana because one time they thought one of my props, they thought my pistol was a prop, and there was a heretic, and I proved to them that it was not a prop.
So you are banned from all cons.
In Indiana.
I did not know that about you.
Yeah, I gave someone a summary execution on the grounds of heresy, and unfortunately they frown upon that thing, but because I'm a member of the commissariat, I was able to not get arrested.
Wow.
Wow.
It's kind of dumb on your part, though.
Why? He was openly admitting to heresy. Not my fault that he gave a confession to someone who can execute him.
Whoa.
Are you doing this on the road?
Right now, there are kind of like some civilian stuff going around here.
Well, damn.
What is
Yeah.
wrong with you?
I've been given the opportunity to explore, and unfortunately, most of it is degeneracy. Degeneracy that doesn't compare to Trent either.
Aw. Why you gotta be that way? Bay. I know, I'm cringe.
As we all are.
No, just me. Hey,
Fair
I
enough.
said it before Commissar could.
Yeah. but I take that as a concession.
Lies. You lying white devil. No, not a titter. Tough room. And you guys see Spider-Man Homecoming?
Finally, here we go.
Good evening, Peter. You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
That is awesome. I can keep that suit?
Yeah, doesn't fit me.
So when's our next retreat?
What, next mission? We'll call you. All right?
It's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you. I'm not there yet. All right, kid. Good luck out there.
Survive it. So
Yeah, that whole horse
if
is
they continue on the same path, they may get that horse up and running again.
I don't know. Sony's lurking around every corner. It's like, gee, what a nice Spider-Man. Be a shame if I ruined him. Then he hires the people of the Mummy to work on the movie again. It's like, no! They just go. They have the guy who plays Urkel out of nowhere going, "Did I do that?"
No, they bring back Tobey Maguire.
I would like to see Tobey Maguire as like a character. Like, what if he played like Norman Osborn? I would like that.
Tobey Maguire's back as Spider-Man, and it's the emo Spider-Man too. All the damn things.
No. I mean, I like the fact that, oddly enough, a villain doesn't die because of incompetence.
He almost did, but, well, spoilers right now, I guess,
Want to avoid spoilers? Skip to 24 minutes.
would be the best warning at
Oh,
this
yeah.
point.
Peter
But yeah.
saves him.
Yeah, Peter saved him. He almost died. He was incompetent because he was carrying a box of explosives that he was trying to be warned about, but
I like the fact that Peter is essentially just a kid who does not know what he's doing.
yeah.
That's kind of like the moral of the thing is like, chill the fuck out, kid. You're only 17.
Although my favorite part was where he turned down to become an Avenger, and he leaves thinking it was a test.
It's like, no, there's a huge ass party waiting for him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. We made the right call because I thought his Avengers costume sucked.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, if he has to wear that Infinity War, I will walk out of the theater because I kind of hope, if anyone knows how I view Spider-Man, that I hope a certain character comes into fruition during Infinity War. The black suit.
Well, they are working on doing a Venom movie, apparently.
It's not connected, but they say they are. Baby Pascal can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Look at what Red Letter Media had to say about her. It's like, oh yeah, she said all that racist stuff about Obama in those leaked emails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I don't even think that was actually hackers from Korea. I think those were just people on the staff of Sony that leaked this going, please help us. Because there is a YouTube series known as Midnight's Edge where they had these bizarre plans for Spider-Man where they'd make Aunt May a secret agent. What? They would set
She's a
Spider-Man to
KGB agent or something like that.
I guess. Like, they even had an idea where Spider-Man goes to the X Games
Oh my god.
and listens to, like...
That was the
Indian
Tony
pop.
Hawk video game that they did that in.
Yeah, I think they were going to reference that. It's like, oh no, someone's been playing too much Tony Hawk.
Uh-oh.
Are they going to have Ben Franklin do the Franklin?
Oh.
I was like, oh no. The cringe. The cringe. And then they were gonna have like the Sinister Six get their own movie, just like, even though it doesn't work that way, it only works like in a TV show because they all just want to kill Spider-Man. That's the joke of it. And like, there's so much weird shit that was supposed to be made in there. Like Tobey Hooper, if you know who he is, he's the creator of Texas Chainsaw. Didn't really care about Spider-Man, and he wanted to make Spider-Man a half man, half spider creature, like all furry. It was a mess, and it's like, it shows that Sony doesn't really care what they do to Spider-Man as long as they get the product out there now. So they made that deal with Marvel to have Spider-Man appear and all this stuff, and have his own movie in the MCU, while they can collect the toy profits, which are barely any, even though a lot of kids are just going to be waiting for the Marvel Legends Spider-Man, which still hasn't showed up.
Probably.
And I really love Spider-Man's new suit in this. I felt like it's perfect. It's not too updated, but it's classic.
It's classic, and I like how they've got the eyes mechanical so they adjust to it.
Yeah, so they emote. But the problem is, it feels like the whole suit and the whole character is CG. Because they have to move the eyes and everything. It's not like Deadpool where they just had the eyes be the focus. Because a lot of the things Deadpool did in there, you felt like it's just the head that's CG, but the rest of the body is practical. With Spider-Man, it feels like everything is CG, because you could tell with some of the textures and the way the lighting hits the model. When he's not, doing the eye movement things in there, when he's actually just in the suit, that's great. It feels real. But then again, I do like the fact they did try to make his costume sound real, because when he has the mask on, he kind of sounds like this a little bit, just like a guy muffled a little bit by the mask he's wearing. And my favorite part is where he's interrogating Troy from Community, and he's like, "You really need to get better at this job." He's like, "Why? I'm intimidating." He's just like, he's half his size. Just like, kid, give it a break. And that's why I like it. It's better than a lot of the new Marvel films. So alongside this, I'm really looking forward to Black Panther, not because of the progressive shit, but because Black Panther is an absolute beast of a character to have, and I want to see that. But it's going to be really awkward going to the theater to see it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. I made a joke on one of the podcasts when Kitty was talking about the all-female showing of Wonder Woman. And I was going to be like, oh, they're going to do an all African-American showing of Black Panther?
Probably.
We're bringing back segregation.
Yeah, they showed that.
Oh.
Well, if you've seen Double Toasted's viewing on it, like, how they viewed that, it's like, apparently they say, well, it's a celebration of Africa and African culture and stuff like, bitch, this barely takes place in Wakanda. It takes place in, like, China and, like, Europe and stuff like that. You're just following him.
Yeah.
And Wakanda's not a real place.
Yes. I mean, yeah, they have African cultures there, but it's like... But the difference is in Wakanda rather than what you see in the comics, because, let's be honest, the comics interpretation of Wakanda back in, like, its creation until, like, the 90s was pretty racist. Like, no, they still lived, like, tribal stuff like that, and they had technology stuff hidden in a base that they would use in case. It was pretty much an enclosed area where it's like, no whitey in. It's like, excuse me, what? Sorry, no body in. I'm so sorry. It's like, no whitey in. What was that? Nothing. I do like it. Andy Serkis is in there because I feel bad for Andy. He does so much motion capture performances. Like, he recently did Caesar in the last Planet of the Apes movie. And he did Emperor Snoke. And he did Smeagol. And he's done nothing but motion capture. And it's nice to see him break away from that, but you can tell he's still getting acclimated to it because he's putting way too much expression into his face, which is like, it's hard to shake that because when you're a motion capture actor, they put all these dots on there to map out all the movements of your face, and they constantly say, hey, we need you to be expressive for this scene, we need you to be on point with your emotions, we need different type of facial movement and stuff like that. I mean, I know that makes his performance a little bit better, but you could see it's kind of going a little off the hand, especially when he's just laughing, looking at someone. He's like, "Hey, I can see." He's like, "You weren't crazy when we saw you in Age of Ultron. You were just like a businessman." And I kind of like Age of Ultron.
Actually, I haven't seen it.
Ultron. Ultron's the best part of it because he's funny. He's evil Tony Stark if he was less of a dick.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's how you know he's evil Tony Stark, when he's actually nice.
Evil Tony Stark.
And I like that he talks shit to Iron Man and Iron Man talks shit to him. It's just like, it's this evil sort of father-son relationship where he's like, aw. They even have a scene where he goes, "Aw, June, you're going to break your old man's heart." And he's like, "I want to." He hates Tony so much. He's like, in the comics, Hank Pym created him and he beats his wife when he creates. It's like, man, Marvel's more darker than I thought. Where are you on that, DC? Oh, wait, you have Martha. Sorry. Don't worry. A movie called Transformers The Last Night's going to fix that scene so it can be worse than that.
What happened in Transformers The Last Night? I haven't seen that one yet.
I want to fight them.
You think you're a badass, huh? Is it okay to be a kid, little J-Lo?
Funny what you can do when all you have left depends on it. Done. Fight like a girl? Yeah, I fight like a girl.
Coming with me or what?
Okay, Transformers The Last Night. They have a Martha scene.
Oh, God. The robot
only involves Bumblebee's voice, and it's worse than what Henry Cavill did.
Wait, worse?
Optimus, you are my friend. I will die for you. That line feels so flat and phoned in. You could tell, like, someone in a boardroom goes, "Hey, I really like the scene from Batman v Superman. Let's put it in here." It's like, what? No, people hate it. Fuck them. They'll get online defenders. Which is what you could feel. That's what they're banking on. They're like, "Hey, let's make this movie shitty, but try to have subtext into it." There is no subtext into this. And it's like, it starts off the most stupid way possible, where it says, "Oh yeah, Merlin exists, but magic doesn't. Merlin was a drunk."
Makes sense.
And it's played by the guy from Age of Stanley Tucci for no reason. He's not related to anyone in the thing. Just Stanley Tucci playing Merlin. Because he needed a house in London. It's kind of like an Adam Sandler thing where an actor is too busy, or a writer is waiting for their Marvel check or DC callback. Michael Bay says, "Hey, you can come to my house, work on a script for a couple days. You get like a couple free check in the mail." I was like, okay. Because he says he had a writer's room, and he's like, "Well, I like two things, so I cut half of them in half and put them together." And I'm just like, "Bay, you know people hate you, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I just don't really care. I'm going to make my movie then leave." It's like, I'm glad this movie bombed. I didn't hate it, but it's just like, I even prayed, "God, please don't let this movie succeed. Let the cinematic universe of the Transformers die."
I need to see The Last Night.
Oh, just watch it for free on the internet. It's not worth your ticket. Make sure the plummets continue. They even have a scene that rips off Suicide Squad.
Oh no.
Where they have the title card names. Only it's worse than Suicide Squad, but it's just a red stamp on it. It's like, Dreadbot, Comedian Mohawk, like, Berserker. It's just like, that's so lame. This feels like the bargain bin version of Suicide Squad, which makes the movie Sinister Squad seem more well-written than that. And this was written by professional people. Like, these are people like that are working on the new Pacific Rim stuff that have worked on the first Iron Man movie. It's like guys were just you guys didn't really try. You're just waiting for your Marvel check so you can get the fuck out of there. I like to joke saying that the writer's room, there is no writer's room. It's just a pool house in Michael Bay's mansion where everything was written on a napkin while they were getting blowjobs from hookahs. It's like, oh, I have an idea. What if Mark Wahlberg becomes a knight?
Oh, God.
And that happens in this movie.
Oh.
He gets Excalibur. I'm just laughing so hard in the theater. The movie was fun, but it's so bad it's good. Optimus Prime is barely in the movie, and oh my god, there's such minimal destruction and everything. They have useless cameos, and everyone looks like they don't want to be here. And Mark Wahlberg says, he was like, I'm done with this franchise. I'm going to cut my hair because they gave me a stupid haircut. And Anthony Hopkins, I know he wanted to do this movie for one, money, two, because he never gets to play roles where he gets to be funny. And he's old, so let him have what he wants before he dies, I guess. But seriously, it's like, even I think, like, dude, you're an asshole for being in this movie. Not even in a fun way. You're just like, what a douche. Because he tries to be the badass old man, and he's waddling while he's walking with a cane, trying to run away from the police. With a bad double, doing it with probably a wig.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he does have some really funny moments, like where he sneaks into a bunker for the UK, and he just like sits there waiting for them with prop position stuff. Like, okay, that's actually pretty funny. Everything else is terrible. They even have a move bitch get out the way thing with the Cogman Butler robot. He starts mouthing that, and they start singing along together, and it's just like, and it also said, okay, it's cinematic universe is like mostly time thing because they're planning on making one where it takes place in Roman times.
Oh.
You just see J. Jonah Jameson laughing, going, bah! Or those toy clerks from Jingle All the Way go. Just like your pathetic attempt at writing gives us joy. I know these people get paid more than any of us ever will in our lives, but it's like, you are pathetic in your writing. And their thing's like, yeah, well, I arrive to sets on like limos. What do you arrive in? I drive myself because I'm an adult, not a child.
What is life anymore?
Oh yeah, just like, and they actually have a thing where they actually say Harriet Tubman was a transformer.
Oh, my brain. No more.
And Transformers fought in the Revolution in World War II, even though no Transformer has memory of this.
Oh, did the Transformers help the Underground Railroad? Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No.
They have one.
Stop it,
I
Michael.
don't recall or remember anything is because during the 60s they became complete hippies, but instead of smoking drugs and stuff, they were putting magnets on their heads.
Oh, that actually explains everything.
And it's wiped out their hard drive memory, so they forgot everything that happened before then.
Or maybe they just really don't want to talk about what they did in the 80s. It's like, what'd you guys do in the 80s? And then all of a sudden you hear Bob, we go, gay sex.
Yeah.
That was stuff to remember after they fry their brains with magnets in the 60s, so...
They're going to have like a 1980s Bumblebee movie, so I'm like, good luck. And it really makes me sad when you see people like this guy. He recently directed Box Trolls and Kubo, which Box Trolls is a good, okay movie, and Kubo is a great film. But wow, you've fallen low, dude.
Yeah.
And it said, okay, here's some news here. Transformers spin-off Bumblebee to receive $22 million tax credit. It's going to be shot in California, so.
I just want to see.
It's a Runaway production.
Yeah.
And its lead is George Lendenborg Jr. So I do hope the movie's good. That's all I can hope, because now that, well, the moron is gone, Michael Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he's a moron. I think he just wanted to be done with these movies after the first one. And yet he came back for the fourth one because they were probably like, hey, I wanted to make a Pain and Gain, please. And I'm like, they're like, no, we need you to do one more Transformers. He's like, but I'm sick of these movies. Like, we need you to do one more. Fine, I'll do it. Just let me make my movie first. Like, all right. And then after Transformers 4, he's like, okay, can I do 47 hours? And I'm like, you also got to do Transformers 5. And you're like, fuck. It's like 5 and I'm done. He's like, all right. And then he just retires from the film industry. He comes out saying, I was forced at gunpoint to make these movies. They had a sniper on all of the productions in case I wandered off. And it was Karmasar that probably was the sniper. It's like, you'll get back to your camera.
I would have had someone posted there. Using a long-range rifle is not my job. I designate it to someone else to get it done.
Who'd you designate it to?
Tucker, I bet.
And just some cannon fodder guy who knows how to use a rifle, and that's all.
Please tell me you didn't give it to Caboose. Please tell me you didn't.
If it's Caboose, we should probably be hearing explosions by now.
Oh yes, it was him. It was Caboose.
And also, he would have heard you were on his team, and he would have been shot. Like, you'd be dead.
Church, you team killing fucktard.
Just give me the damn beat!
To leave a callback number, press 8. To page this person, press 6.
Come on!
To repeat this message, press 9.
I will fucking stab you, computer phone lady!
Oh my god, is it getting louder? I bet the Blue's enough to put up with anything this annoying.
To mark this message as urgent, press 11.
There is no 11, you fucking whore!
Ooh, language!
I love Red vs. Blue. Have you guys seen the new season?
Yes.
New season is so much better.
I gotta admit, I was a bit surprised, and I'm kind of curious to see how it's about to go.
I mean, it's taken me a while to figure out what the hell was Project Freelancer. It was just the red and blue soldiers. There was no real war. It's just these guys were training soldiers for, like, compound missions.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, they're all dummy. They're all dummy soldiers. There was no real war. None. None yet. They were all based in box canyons. They're just like, hey, can we borrow some of these soldiers for an experiment just to test our soldiers? Like, yeah, all right. Here, you're given red and blue outfits. Like, all right, we're going to put this fucking thing on right here. They'll talk like Muppets. Like, yeah, we're going to put this fucking thing on us right here. Yeah. And now we present Paul McCartney. Yeah!
I haven't watched Red.
And I love it. I love the fact that Griff is, finally stood up and say, fuck that. I'm not doing this anymore. But I do kind of hope this is the final season, or like maybe one of these characters gets a spin-off. Like, I want to see what kind of adventures would Caboose have on his own. We got a glimpse of that in the season where they were using the Halo 3 engine, where he's on a mission with an AI to resurrect Church, because he was an AI the whole time. So I wonder, I would like to see one where maybe Church is his AI, even though he really doesn't want to be, but he can't leave his armor. He's like, no! He's like, he's trying to leave, but he can't. He's like, no! That's like Church's ultimate hell. You are stuck here with me forever! I think that'd be more of a horror movie than anything. It's like that horror movie trailer that parodies the hot dog guy from Instagram.
Yeah, I haven't watched Red vs. Blue in years.
Oh, it's all on Netflix, so you can catch up with all of it.
Huh.
It's pretty fun. pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing good with certain films, but nowadays, I'm just excited for Godzilla 2.
Oh, yeah.
There have been recent set photos that show Mothra has a temple.
Mothra has a temple?
Yeah, so it's like, are we getting Infant Island? That's only for like hardcore G fans to know that. Because no one actually knew that Mothra was a spin-off of Godzilla. Because in the old days of Godzilla films, no one even spoke about Godzilla when they made all these other films. And then some studio execs was like, hey, why don't we add them in there and just like at the last minute in these new movies we make, we mention it's like, oh yeah, like that incident with the monster in Tokyo, like blah, 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 blah. And I think that really works well that they exist in this universe. But do you think that this will be overcrowded because they have a bajillion monsters in here? It's like, and I understand Godzilla's a title character, but like, will it do a Spider-Man 3 where we see Godzilla dance in the street? You just hear the wailing of 1,000 Godzilla fans. And then put into silenced. You see Obi-Wan freak out at the news of that. He's like, oh. Massive disturbance in the fandom. A million whiny Godzilla fanboys cried out and then were silenced. Speaking of Star Wars, are you excited for the next one in the Mary Sue insert movie series?
Kind of.
You mean Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of curious to see how this goes, because the legend... If you go by the Star Wars legends, before Disney retconned most of the stuff from the prequel trilogy, you kind of learned that there were actually a group of Force wielders who were more balanced with the Force. Like, they used the Force without the whole dark and light thing.
You mean that they are one with the Force and the Force is one with them?
Yeah, like, they had dark and light thing. Like, if one... Like, they were prominently neutral with the Force, like, in the middle. Like what the men
they
do.
were Force neutral, great. Now I get to see them post their blogs.
If you let me finish.
Oh,
lol.
Okay, Mark.
Sorry.
It's
What
okay.
I learned was apparently that group called the Jedi-E, which were, I think, the precursors for the Jedi, they had on one world, they had like a small world with 2 moons. And basically the planet that the 2 moons were on was basically sort of like a middle ground. If one of the Jedi-E was inclined to go toward the light or the dark side, then if you were like going to the dark side of the Force, you'd have to go to the world that was predominantly light side. That was basically the light side of the Force, and stay there until you were balanced out. Same goes for light. Unfortunately, though we don't know exactly what happened, but it seemed that it seemed that the 2 groups eventually splintered off into the Jedi and the Sith, respectively. Maybe what Luke's attempting to do with, I guess, getting rid of the Jedi is that maybe he's attempting to get rid of the Jedi Order completely because he thinks that without both the Jedi or the Sith, then there will be true balance or something. Like, not being bound by the light or the dark side, you can basically be in the middle. Like, decide what you want to use the Force for. Because as everyone keeps saying, the Force is all around us. As everyone says it. And what you used, and if what Coder 2 stated is true, then the Force itself is, you can basically use the Force however you want to use it, whether for good or ill. It's mostly dependent on the person, not like an institution, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. I don't know.
I'm curious as well because I'm wondering how it's going to be.
I'm sure it's going to turn out fine, my friend.
I hope.
Because it's Disney.
Ray's gonna lose her hand.
Oh no, it's like poetry. It rhymes.
You know what else rhymes?
What?
Wet, hot American summer.
Oh, wait, what?
There was a trailer for a sequel to the Wet, Hot American Summer movie/TV show, and that was a prequel, mind you. So, it takes place in the early 90s, and like you see Paul Rudd with a soul patch and long hair and jeans and flannel. I'm like,
oh god, I remember this. Don't know why.
It's like I actually almost threw up with joy because I was like, they did it, you maniacs, you did it, you maniac bastards.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy this because it's a parody of the 90s, but like, you maniacs. you bastards.
I don't know.
But yeah, it looks fun.
I don't want... Are they making like an Obi-Wan movie? Or something like
We're
that?
getting the Han Solo.
Han Solo. Okay, yeah, why do they need to do this for all these characters?
Because money.
Well, aside from that... Like,
no other reason, really.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know why.
But also Disney to establish themselves as the lore makers on it. I mean, look at all the other like Han Solo books out there that people will still consider canon regardless. So if Disney makes a movie about it, they just kind of illegitimize all the books and stuff too in the EU.
Exactamundo.
Yeah. Gotta make that money.
Dat money.
Let's see what else. Oh, Mark, Castlevania anime.
There is a darkness upon the land. A savior is needed.
Who are you?
The man who'll kill Dracula.
Oh yeah. Have you guys seen the Castlevania anime?
Yes.
Yes, I have too. I saw both subbed and dubbed. I'm surprised they actually, like, when you saw the sub first and then the dub, you kind of realized that that they followed the subs perfectly. Like,
well, it was made in English first because the animation studio is based in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Is it Frederator? Yep. Or
I don't know. That'd be hilarious as soon as you see someone impaled on a spike and go, Frederator!
I mean, I thought it was amazing, especially since it, I guess, animates Castlevania 3, Dracula's... Was it Dracula's Curse, or...?
Yeah, I think so. That was the NES one.
Yeah. Actually, when you showed the trailer, it showed someone putting in the NES cartridge before zooming in into what the actual show looked like.
Huh.
Oh, sorry. He's in someone's basement.
Oh.
Is the show called? Does the show have Simon Belmont in it?
It's Trevor.
No,
Belmont.
it has Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor Belmont. They did a few alterations, like the Belmont clan being excommunicated, exiled, and apparently Trevor's the last one of his family. Like,
God really
also the
hates
church but also the church was kind of, they weren't really prominent in the original material, but here they're kind of like the second villain next to Dracula.
Well, it is the
1700s, the Dark Ages.
English church. It is the English ones.
Yeah.
English/German. because they don't really have any. It's mostly English, right? Like Cockney.
The Church of England was different than the Church of Germany because the Church of Germany still went by the Catholic rule and followed the Pope, while the British, they kind of went to their...
Considering Vlad Tepes was a member of the Catholic Church. He was a soldier for it, and I'm not following by that Bram Stoker movie rules. I'm talking about actual history, kids. Read a book.
Yeah, we know.
And he's considered a hero to our church. I mean, the Catholic Church. It's not like I have a poster of him or anything. Or fan art.
You don't.
I still love, though, how even though Trevor was basically like, he didn't care much about wanting to help others, he still helped them in the end when the demons came.
That's because he's the reluctant hero, where he sees something wrong and he's like, damn it. He doesn't want to help you, but no one else will. And that's what I like about certain heroes, where he's learning to be a hero again. But for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, there was still... Yeah, and he was like reluctant to do it, but those scholars and that woman, who I just realized actually is a revision of the female is like the same female character in the third Castlevania game. They just revised her.
Interesting.
Yeah, like she and the others convinced him to help the villagers, and he does. Also pointing out that priest was basically screwing them all over, and then, like, I thought Trevor was gonna do something, but just watching the townsfolk just gut that priest, I'm like, okay, this is a lot more satisfying.
I'm just like, I think Trevor Veggies like, I'm going to this is not how I intended it, but there you go. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh.
He was like, the cringe. I'm sorry. I liked how Dracula was in this, and I'm like, this is a lot more dimension to it, because in the games, he was just a evil. I'm gonna. No, it's Mr. Plinkett. There, I'm Dracula. I'm gonna do this while eating a pizza roll. Oh, well, no. But in this, he's like, no, I tried to be a good person, but they ruined my life. What did they do? Piss on your flowers? No, worse, they burned my wife alive from knowing science. Like, maybe these people do have it coming.
Honestly, I was like, oh, honestly, I can, especially since the bishop was messed up. Hell, even the blue-eyed demon basically just called him out on this, and I'm like, oh, dude, that is cold.
It's like God's turned his back on you for a good reason this time.
I was like, God does not love you, but we do, and it just eats him. I'm like,
He's like, you said you'd kiss me.
Nope. For a demon, kiss me is eating.
God, hell must be a very sexy place. Everyone's like an animal down there. That's what you're always spent.
I cannot wait for season 2. I hope they can put more episodes up.
I do too, because like Alucard, my God, he is so cool in this. Like, if you don't know who Alucard is the son of Dracula and the human girl. Mm-hmm. Which is like, how long was he with her?
A few years, apparently. I think maybe a couple of years. We don't know exactly how long he was away for. I guess it was like a long time.
No, I meant like, how long was Dracula with the woman? Like, for how many years? Like, because because he knows, like, yeah, that's what my mom's like. Did she just give birth to you? Like, and you grew up in a month? It's like, that's so like, dang.
Maybe there was a unknown time skip. Like, I don't know.
It makes the audience go, it doesn't show, it just tells. Or it's like, oh, you can just assume, oh yeah, so they were together for a very long time, and they managed to pop out a kid during all this who looks like he has clear emotional issues. Or he's just a jerk. He doesn't mind beating up people. Like, that's what you get. And I like that. I like they have, like, he is essentially become the leader of the group, because Trevor is not really the hero of the story. It's actually now Alucard, because they were just sent there to wake him up.
There's also there's also the fourth guy, the thief. I forgot his what was his name? I know his last name is Dynasty.
I'm not really big into Castlevania thing, but I know what it is. It's just
I know, like,
celebration of monsters.
I know, it's like there's like four people: Trevor, Alucard. I forgot who the woman's name was now. And Dynasty.
Dynasty. You Dynasty.
Which is kind of ironic because that is literally his last name. I just want to say it like it's either Dynasty or Dynasty.
Shit, Dynasty. Always sunny. Dynasty. But yeah, this series was awesome. I hope more video games get shows on Netflix. Like, maybe they could do Ratchet and Clank right. Because I hear shows like Sly Cooper are being created instead of becoming, movies. Which I'm like, that's still not good because they're still directed by people who don't really care about the games. They're just making fanfics that aren't even funny.
Yeah.
Because if you watch Ratchet and Clank, although a satisfying movie, it's boring.
Yeah, I heard it was very paint by numbers.
It feels like it's a Nickelodeon original movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
Still keeping up the faith for Hey Arnold.
I cannot wait for that movie. We need also Invader Zim.
I kind of hope Hey Arnold is so terrible when it's ending that you see the creator pop out of nowhere and go, "There, I gave you your show, now leave me alone." It's like all these creators are sick of these whiny fanboys, these entitled millennial fanboys and fangirls going up to them, asking them questions about a show they left because they weren't satisfied with how they were being treated. And they demand them to make a show for them, people they don't even know. If that were me, I would just go out like that, where I would just appear drunk after the credits roll, go, "Fuck you, fuck you." It's just like, you're not really fans, you're just people who liked one thing I did, and you ignored everything else. People like you're the reason good stuff doesn't get made. How does that feel? And then they switch off because they don't want to hear me preach. They go, "Here we go. Someone's an angry drunk." Yeah, well, you're a nice drunk. No one hangs out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see more video game shows be handled with the same care that Castlevania was. I heard they were making a Assassin's Creed anime. So,
You know what the funny thing is? The guys who made the Castlevania anime also made Chalk Zone.
Rudy's got the
what?
Like, the guys who made the Castlevania anime, look them up. They were the ones responsible for Chalk Zone and a few other children's shows.
Oh God.
Who's got the Holy Grail? Rudy's got the Holy Grail.
A friend of mine would like to say, "Rudy's got the conch."
Oh no.
Oh no, bro. Yeah, the pan voice is only getting worse.
I've been practicing.
No, I just been saying this by accident. Like, one time I ordered a pizza in the pan voice, and I didn't even know I was doing an impression.
Oh no.
He's taking me over. You're losing yourself to character.
Yeah.
Ah.
You just turned into Pan one day.
He's like, "No," and he turns into me. He's like, "Ah, I'm autistic."
Well, the question is, what's the difference between Austin and Pan, really?
Oh.
Well, we both like goth girls. We're both
I
children.
different.
He doesn't like Batman v Superman.
He secretly likes it. You know it.
He hated the Power Rangers movie.
Mm-mm.
He's got a response to that. It's
Really grasping for straws here, Austin.
It's like he can't be closeted liking everything. I mean, he's probably one of those guys. Like, he doesn't laugh every time he talks because, like, and he hates something. He's like, "Oh, I hated this movie." It's just like, because a long time ago, he's like, it's awkward for him to talk to people, and I'm like, "Bitch, I'm retarded as fuck, but I can speak clearly."
Mm.
I know. The Emperor works with miracles in mysterious ways.
Yes, praise be God Emperor Trump.
Uh-oh.
I will find you, and I will crush you, Austin. There is no redemption. Repent today, for tomorrow you die.
How did you know my kink? My God, we're just a bunch of trolls and shit posters. Well, mostly I am, but it's all fun in the end.
Yeah.
Unless you're Karmasar, who has to live with the fact that he knows somebody who talks like this and actually thinks this sounds cool and edgy. He has to live with that. It's his cross to bear to keep everyone safe from. As soon as I arrive, he warns the town. He's like, "Oh, the humanity!" He reports it. It's like hundreds are dead. It's like someone actually had to interact with him. Then a tsunami hit. It was like
I put warning signs with your face, kind of warning the dangers of like pathological autism or something like that.
Pathological. It's like, do you want to meet a person that's this full of shit? Avoid him at all costs. He's so full of shit, he makes Chris Chan seem logical. And he believes, well, just check out Chris Chan. He makes creepier videos than I do. Where he actually creates amiibos of autism and has his amiibos of Sonichu beat him up. And there's no music in the background. You just hear weird noises, and it's just like this is a serial killer's diary. This is actually scary.
So it's just sound of like constant cereal eating in the background, like just like Captain Crunch, that kind of popping or crunching noise.
You're just like, he's like I don't want to be here. Which is every time I had Karmasar come over to my house. It's like, this is where you belong now. He's like, I want to go home. Like, where's Jenny from Facebook? I am Jenny from Facebook.
Oh God, where are we? What are we doing?
No one knows. We're just having fun. At least I am. And again, I have fun with everything. I can make it
one person having fun.
That one sad, pathetic person having fun.
I'm having fun. Kinda. I don't know.
I'm having fun. I feel dizzy. So yeah, San Diego Comic-Con is coming up. What do you guys hope that they show?
Honestly, I do not know.
When is it coming up?
I think like on the 17th.
Oh, this month?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
Reserve yourself some tickets, Karmasar. Use what's left of your life savings.
Please. I've got a good pension going on and stuff, so Comic-Con's not that expensive.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although the parking will most likely be.
Yeah.
I went to Comic-Con and spent all my life savings in parking.
I kind of hope that they do show a trailer for Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm nervous about this movie because not only is Guillermo del Toro not directing again, it's some guy who's done mostly Spartacus TV shows that no one really watches or cares about. And it's written by somebody who's on Michael Bay's Transformers staff.
Oh. Uh-oh.
It's like, this is doomed.
Oh, no. Maybe. I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's good.
And one thing that ticks me off about is, like, they don't... Okay, Godzilla had a mass-produced toy line for kids and stuff. Why doesn't Pacific Rim have that? This stuff is what kids would dream of playing with. Especially for us collectors, because we're sick of buying all these expensive shit.
Yeah,
I've become cheap with my age.
Yeah, they need to do that with more violent movies like they did in the 90s and 80s. Just have these like kid-friendly versions of them.
Yeah, but Pacific Rim was aimed for kids.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I didn't... Actually, I kind of noticed that a little bit. I kind of noticed it was a little bit aimed for kids, but it was still pretty badass.
It is, but I think like the monsters would have given kids nightmares if they presented as a kids movie. The only one I think would have done that is that knife head creature.
I'm really wondering what we're gonna see with the second one.
I bet you it's just robots fighting robots rather than monsters.
Yeah.
I hope not, because what made Pacific Rim good was it really was something different. It showed that we could have a different type of action movie rather than Transformers. You know, like, so hoping for the best, but not really optimistic. Another thing is, I hope maybe they show a sneak peek at the new season of Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, boy.
Didn't Logan show us a video saying season 2 is gonna suck?
Yeah, he showed us that video.
Yeah, Logan.
No.
Oh no. Poor Logan. Now he's going to have to face the angry amounts of 20-something-year-olds who have nothing better to do than argue with a 17-year-old or a 14-year-old.
He's 15, I think.
That's not going to help.
Yeah. There's some sad people out there. They're mid-20s.
But like, Fooly Cooly taught me so much stuff about life and stuff like that. Don't you have parents that taught you that?
Yeah, and he's like legal guardian.
They abandoned me.
Totally foreheads and stuff. That's what Fooly Cooly taught me.
What?
You know how the robot kind of burst out of that kid's forehead? I mean, that's the kind of stuff Fooly Cooly taught.
Yeah, it taught you that get your head checked before it get wrecked.
I don't know, it looks okay. I don't get why people are bent out of shape about it.
Honestly,
I think it's because they took too long.
Probably. I honestly wonder if they should make a new season of Durarara, because we still have Durarara S, and that's still going on in the manga. I gotta look that up now. But I'm really curious to see how this is gonna go. I mean, Fooly Cooly. I mean, if they ever do make a Durarara another season that follows the manga, I'd be like, cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I liked it.
Yeah, I never finished Durarara.
I finished it a while back. Hamburger.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a Durarara today. They're like, no.
Yeah, no wimpy. Leave.
But I'm looking forward to it because everyone knows the whole show was just a commercial for a band.
Yeah, wasn't it like kind of a glorified tech demo? It was like Gynax. They're like showing off all this cool stuff they could do.
And
like,
look,
America is what you can't do. Look, we're gonna make South Park look better.
Yeah, that was a really awesome anime for its time. I mean, even it was just like some sort of glorified tech demo slash promotion for some band. It was
someone's mixtape, bruh.
Yeah.
Check out my mixtape.
It was still fun.
Did I ever tell you about the time Karmasar maced somebody because they were going to hand them a mixtape?
What the hell? Seriously? Oh my...
There was this wigger that came out of nowhere. His name was Politics with a Z.
Oh.
I refuse to answer anything on this regatta. I've been held as innocent in any such incident, and I will not say anything that could hinder such a judgment.
But he's not going to deny that he did perform a suplex on the kid. Then he actually salivated all over the mixtape, and then he said, "Hey, dumb bitch, put this on your SoundCloud," and then stomped on it while singing "Come On, Eileen." It was amazing to see. You should have seen the kid cry.
My question is, are you having a stroke? Because I feel after hearing that you may need actual medical attention.
I'm just saying what happened.
Yeah, I think you're having a fever dream or something.
Maybe.
But you don't like internet rappers.
I
Unless
don't really
it
like
is
rap in
Fernando.
general.
Unless he's
But
Fernando.
like I said, most of what you said sound like you were suffering either from a stroke or a fever dream.
My life is a fever dream.
That certainly explains a lot.
I have lucid dreaming, I think. It's just self-diagnosed, so I don't really want to talk about it that much other than sometimes, like, I can barely tell if I'm asleep or awake when I dream about something. Because, like, it's usually, like, right when I wake up, I'm in that lucid dream state where it only happens then because I feel like there's something in the room next to me whenever I wake up, and I just feel like you gotta keep your eyes closed, otherwise it'll see you.
Don't think it, don't say it.
Don't think it.
Oh.
It was the Bye-Bye Man the whole time saying, "Please let me get you."
An
He
awful
takes
movie.
them to some sort of secret place. Why? Because he's a nut. It's like who? Candlejack. Damn it! I'll be back with more rope. I need to watch Freakazoid again.
Yeah, it was a good show.
I need to actually watch it.
Karmasar, punish the infidel.
Yes.
I think
Hold
I've
him down.
seen. I saw bits of it as a kid, though.
Oh, don't try to backpedal now, Mark.
Karmasar shall punish ye for not knowing what a pretty much dead in the water 90s cartoon.
I'm not one to do your bidding. If you want to do your weird punishment stuff, you do it yourself.
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Son, I am disappointed.
Wow, that's a great impression of my dad. This got really dark.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you mean like the segment of like where it's all like really depressing now? You gotta have like an upbeat song playing in the background to kind of lift the mood for after this is done.
It's the Skrillex remix of Seinfeld. Go Skrillex, drop it hard.
So it's a Shrek version of You're an All-Star.
Oh, yes, perfect.
It's kind of like in Digimon, where one of the characters started humming All-Star for no reason.
Oh, yeah, I think it was near the credits.
Wait, what?
Or near the end.
He's like humming it, no one has a radio. I was like, what? The main character is dumbing, going like, what? The memes infected the machine from the future. But I think the best part of that horrible movie was like when they had to fight in cyberspace. I think that was the best. Was La Tits. No.
Yeah, it had some cool effects. Even though the movie made no sense. It was several things slapped together.
Like my life.
I just gotta go back there.
Like my life.
Mood.
God, your life sucks, Trin.
Oh boy. Damn it, Logan, where are you?
Oh, there is one more thing.
What?
DC has announced they are making an animated movie off the classic sort of niche market story of Gotham by Gaslight.
Ooh.
An animated film.
What?
If you don't know, if the people out there are wondering, we are being recorded, right? Because I've been like, okay, because I had a feeling like, what if we're not recording? So I'm just talking to no one while everyone's going. You fucking
It wouldn't change anything. You do that all the time anyway.
True.
Like that, you thought your life was a recorded sitcom, and you
at it like that, just have fun.
Well, that's how I have fun with it a little bit. I enjoy my videos, but it's nice to have that little rivalry, because I have so many rivalries with people, especially someone from high school. Karmasar and I knew named Larry.
Mm-hmm.
There was this guy named Larry at my school. Like, he is the type of guy we had a weird off with. It's like, who could be the most annoying and weird? He bested me every time. We literally together. I had super curly hair.
Terrifying reality.
Yes.
With that, so.
And I saw him, like, so many years later, I was using the bathroom at the AMC, then all of a sudden I heard he did this thing where he'd go up to people and just whistle, like, really loud, like a solid whistle. I'd be like, it can't be. It was like, almost. I stopped midstreams, like, it hurt. And then he goes, Trench. My nemesis. We were basically Dexter and Mandark, especially the fact he was taller than me, had glasses, and a interesting haircut. The rivalry was real. And you know what? I loved every minute of it. It gives you that sort of thing to ignore how bad high school is if you have a rivalry. But back to Batman, thank goodness. They're adapting the Gotham by Gaslight story. If you don't know what that is a alternate universe of the Batman mythos where it takes place in the 18 to 1900s. Like early 1900s, like 1909 or whatever. So Batman is up against his new arch foe, let's see, who was Jack the Ripper. There's even a very wonderful fan film about it, Gotham by Candlelight, just like Batman versus Jack the Ripper. And it perfectly encapsulates what it was, where it takes place in London. Batman is still this international thing where he's like, Scotland Yard is like, what is wrong with this man? He saw something terrifying. So what did you see? I saw the bat. It's like Batman is this creature more than he doesn't really even have that much gadgets. He just has like a grappling hook, can kick your ass, and that's it. He uses just smoke bomb, like kind of like regular Batman stuff, but it's not technologically advanced. He's on his own in terms of skills. And he beats the shit out of everyone still. like, I guess it's not the cow and the gadgets, it's the man. Which he is the man. He is the milkshake in all of it.
He's the most.
So I'm looking forward to this, especially the fact that it's an animated film. Hopefully they can do better than what they've been doing recently, especially with The Killing Joke and how terrible of a movie that was.
Didn't see it.
It's terrible. Batman and Batgirl get it on.
Ooh.
It's like, dude, that's your friend's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it kind of makes it look like Batgirl raped Batman.
Oh, God.
It's like, this is... What? And there's no real consequences afterwards other than Batman not really talking to her. It's like, why aren't you talking to me, Bruce? Like, you assaulted me. You crazy bitch. And it's mostly...
No, Batman confesses that he likes that thing that she did with her.
The hell.
And he's still confused about it.
Yeah.
He's terrified of her. He's like, I don't feel safe anymore. He goes on Tumblr blogs. I was like, oh my god. And the whole movie is just, it's mostly Batgirl's movie, and then at the last minute the Joker shows up because The Killing Joke is a really short comic and they don't know how to pad it. They could have just had scenes of Batman interrogating more people and just like, hey, where is yada yada yada. But no, they had that, and plus there was no real consequence to it. I think it would have worked better if like they animated it to where, or directed it for like maybe Barbara was pregnant, and then after the Joker shot her, it killed the fetus, and that's really what would really send her, just like it would break her, because she did plan to keep it, and like she was going to tell Jim, and like them going to say, hey, it's Bruce Wayne's kid and there's another secret I need to tell you, yada yada, back for things. All of a sudden Joe goes, Candygram. And the Joker is great in this, but there is a YouTube fan film that does this way better than Mark Hamill could. It is The Killing Joke speech. There's a 3D animated one. I'll look it up real quick to post it here. It's so much better because a lot of the dialogue feels so rushed and the animation is choppy. So I hope with Gotham by Gaslight they don't do that. And on the subject of it, I keep hoping that, you know, Sony is desperate to try to keep their hands on the Spider-Man franchise, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
They need to just create alternate universe Spider-Man stuff. They have the rights to Spider-Gwen and all the other characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they make Spider-Gwen and maybe Spider-Man Noir? And Spider-Man Noir is a great one. That's Zack Snyder's Spider-Man, basically. Where it takes place in the 1930s.
Noir is my favorite Spider-Man rendition. Like, of all the alternate universe Spider-Man, Noir is like my favorite.
And that one I think Zack Snyder should be a part of, because that one has a lot of the things he likes in there. It's like, yeah, this is perfect for him. Because it has a really more messed up origin of him. He's not like Bruce Wayne and all that stuff, where he is still Peter Parker, only his Aunt May is one of those people that feeds the poor despite their financial situation. Apparently their Uncle Ben was killed by the mob boss Norman Osborn, who runs the city basically, and his band of freaks like Kravenov the Hunter. And
wait, is this the wait, which Spider-Man is this?
Spider-Man Noir.
Okay, go.
It has it where the Vulture is a cannibal and not a pyromaniac.
Yeah.
Play the game Shattered Dimensions. It truly did that character justice. It even had Hammerhead in it, and also the Chameleon is a friend of Norman that gets into a lot of places for him. They still have. It's kind of like the thing where they all still have their powers and so on, except for the Vulture. He just eats people.
Mm-hmm.
And he ate Uncle Ben.
Oh, with Uncle Ben's right.
And here's the thing that, I think it's Ned Leeds that was his friend that helped Norman kill Uncle Ben because he was like a cop or something. And he watched as Toombs did that, so he decided to look after Peter along with his aunt, because like he takes him with him for reporting jobs. And then his origin is a lot different, where instead of a radioactive spider, it is a mystical spider from like imports from around the world, like mummies and stuff like that. And Peter was given these powers by a demon, I think, and he woke up with like these weird tattoos on his arm, on his wrist.
So it's like that's sort of like an Aztec god of spiders or something weird.
Which is actually canon in the Spider-Man stories.
I think I remember reading something about that.
And that's what makes it very special, and it's a really good. And plus, Spider-Man kills people in this, and then at the end, he's like, Aunt May sits him down as like, I know you saved me, but killing isn't right, and you know it.
Yeah, and this is while Spider-Man's in his costume too, so she doesn't even know it's Peter.
And Spider-Man's suit is a lot more homemade looking. Like, it's so cool looking. He even wears a trench coat and a fedora. Not in the SJW way.
Yeah, not like a cringy fedora, but an actual dress fedora.
Yeah, and like Norman is a former sideshow freak. He wears like makeup and stuff like that to make himself look normal. Like underneath it, he's got like scales and all that stuff. And his love interest is Felicia Hardy, aka Black Cat, who runs a bordello. A strip
Honestly,
club.
there was a lot of... Honestly, him and Black Cat, what do you think?
I like him and Black Cat more than Mary Jane.
I can understand that too.
Because I feel like Black Cat and he are kindred spirits.
Yeah, Black Cat and like Spider-Man, I will say, is like the best superhero couple ever.
Because you can tell they both care about each other. It's just, I feel like Spider-Man is in love with MJ because he knew her all her life, and that he kind of feels pity for her, while he likes Black Cat because he doesn't feel alone next to her. He feels like someone who kind of co-works as him, especially if you play the game Web of Shadows, that wants him to be Spider-Man all the time. And it's one of those things where it's like that's where they disagree on it, but they do love each other because she knows who Peter is. And there's a great fan film that talks about that too, called Peter's Web, where she does love Peter, but she kind of likes it better when he has the mask on. And Peter confronts her saying, yeah, because no one wants to hang out with a nerd like Peter Parker. I'm like, then why did you answer that for her? Because Peter Parker's a dork. Gets shoved in the lockers every day. Just get in there, Parker. In the new Spider-Man movie, they even had a chant going, I say penis, you say Parker, penis, Parker. It's like, yeah, that's something Flash Thompson would do. Or Carl King. If you don't know who Carl King is a very obscure enemy of his that he knew when he was even younger, before he met Flash, who would violently assault Peter, like beat him to a very disturbing degree while mocking him, saying, hey, your aunt hired me to beat you up because she doesn't love you. Like, really twisted stuff. And like he's even said while he tortures Spider-Man, is like, who puts a knife to your crotch when you don't give him testing? It's like, dude, this guy's a serial killer. And apparently he ate the bug that Peter was bitten in because he was stalking Peter after he got bit in the science experiment. And he found out, like, that spider gave you powers. It should have been me. And so he ate it. Then all of a sudden, he becomes a giant spider inside of his body, and he can hop to body. And whenever he goes back, he eats all the meat inside of it, so the rest of the body is piloted by mini spiders he controls. It's
literally
really disgusting.
Literally, it's a husk.
Yeah, it's you need to read this, and it's nuts. He tries to basically impregnate Spider-Man, like try to get inside of him. He's like, no! It's like, this is actually scary. Because he actually kills a girl Peter is interested in so he could, get inside the body so he can, like, have a chance to kill Peter. And it's creepy to know that somebody was stalking Peter his whole career and watching him. All the villains he's fought.
Very creepy.
And I think that would be a great Spider-Man story, but Marvel would never make that a movie.
Oh no.
That would scare people.
It scares me just by thinking about it.
the thing I liked about it is it's Peter confronting people who wishes they were him. When Spider-Man's whole character is like, with great power comes great responsibility, and his powers came with a cost. He lost a lot of his friends, he's lost his social life, he's lost so much just to preserve what is right and wrong. Hell, he can't even make financial decisions because he's Spider-Man. Like when people say, hey, you need to get better photos of Spider-Man, but that would compromise his identity, so he takes crappier and crappier ones.
You should probably... I know for a fact, that's what kind of like Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, he has like a... I think Ultimate Spider-Man is a lot more smarter. I mean, from what we saw in a few episodes, he has like a promising career in tech industry, I guess.
Oh, did you hear about the new Spider-Man? The Disney one? Disney XD?
I am glad that the people of Avatar are behind that. No offense to Ultimate Spider-Man, but Ultimate Spider-Man got old and wore out its welcome.
I gotta say, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and it gave us Drake Bell as Spider-Man. And if you've seen the guy in real life, you'd be like, this guy would totally, if they rebooted the Spider-Man series, like right after the third one, or made a Spider-Man TV show, he would have been perfect for Peter Parker. They even did a spoof movie where he pretended to be that.
Yeah, the Dragonfly.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this guy would be a great Peter Parker.
These blades, they cut through diamonds.
Yeah, I'm not wearing diamonds. I love that joke. That's actually subtle humor.
By the way, speaking of the guys who made Avatar, I just remembered, did you guys see the Doomfish trailer?
Yeah.
I gotta admit, that animation, I was like, it looks like something out of Avatar.
You mean Voltron?
Or Voltron. Actually, I think the guys who made Voltron also did Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either Avatar or Voltron. I'm like, this is amazing.
Well, that's what happens, Billy, when you do things with effort.
I'll still tell that to Michael Bay.
Michael Bay won't listen. He's too busy making animal documentaries because he's done making bad movies. He wants to make documentaries worse.
No.
Michael Bay. I think one day he's actually going to publish a book saying how I trolled the world. Where he did every bad thing on purpose so people would actually complain about how bad Hollywood is to people. Because apparently he's like an expert satirist.
Oh, he's going to do that whole thing. He's going to turn around and it's the equivalent of saying, oh, it's just a prank, bro. You know?
It's like, oh, it's just satire.
Yeah. So Tommy was so good.
It was satire, huh?
Oh, I hate that. It's such a cop-out. So,
yeah.
You guys, when it ended off here, freaking Logan didn't want to come on.
What exactly... Wasn't there, like, anything else we were going to discuss?
No, not really. That was kind
of...
What about Tommy Wiseau's new movie?
Oh, yeah! Yeah.
Best Friends. I actually want to see that because Tommy Wiseau looks like he's gotten better as an actor.
And as a director, too. That trailer... It shocked me to see that was something that Wiseau made.
I didn't see that trailer.
It kind of feels like a Burke and Hare thing a little bit. Kind of like where they talk about dead bodies.
Yeah, and it's like some weird gold operation where they rob graves, taking either like gold fillings or rebury with the body and stuff.
Yeah, they relocate and rebury it.
Yeah, and some people are joking around saying maybe it's still tied in with the room, like Tommy survives the gunshot.
When he becomes evil.
It's just some convoluted revenge plot or something.
Against Mark.
What?
I'm excited for the Disaster Artist movie with James Franco and his brother. We have not gotten a single trailer for that movie, and this movie's been in development for years.
I know, that's going to be one of the cool ones to see as well.
That movie, I hope that movie is so good it's put into the most holy grail of film things, into the Criterion collection. Or in the Library of Congress. Because you know there are actual movies that society thinks, yeah, this won't be dated at all, like Halloween, and they put it into the Library of Congress.
So it's a Star Wars holiday special. That's saved in the Library of Congress, too.
Do they have it in the worst of the worst things to make sure it never sees the light of day, like in Indiana Jones?
Well, no, a bunch of people just like got together, got a petition, and managed to get it approved to be added to the Library of Congress, so George Lucas can never find that movie.
George Lucas, I really hope he just retires one day. He's ruined everything he's created as a young man.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy that can go up to a little kid's picture and then randomly glue rocks and stuff to it while adding really racist sounding music in the background, going, this is actually my vision, you know? I just wanted to come back to fix it. It's like, these are your childhood drawings. Yeah, but I felt like they were missing something.
Yeah, what he does is he puts like a bunch of like random stickers to enhance the picture.
And then you get the CG bar scene. It's just like, you just see a bunch of people hung themselves, reminding of that. It's like, oh, what have we done?
Great, you just like condemned all the viewers to death now.
Because they're like, what do they mean, Star Wars CG bar scene? Then they watch it, then they all die in 7 days. It's by the CG character.
No, it's Jar Jar falling out of the TV.
Oh god, that's actually scary. I recommend you guys watch the movie The People vs. George Lucas. Red Letter Media did a great skit about it, and I'm not a fan of Red Letter Media, so that's a lot of praise for me. I only don't like their stuff when they don't agree to the things I like.
Oh, okay, you're one of those fans.
It's kind of like that sort of very, wow, hypocritical things. Like, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I'm proud of that. Most people don't own up to it. They're just like, I'm not a hypocrite, I swear. I have friends. It's like, I think if people were more, like, honest about how douchey they were, the world would be less of a shithole. It'd still be a shithole, but just a little bit less.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hi, I'm Austin. I'm completely biased about a lot of things I say. Huh. Well, at least we're now aware of that and can't take you seriously. It's like, I don't want people to. Everything in society is serious today. Just have that one person you can just view as a joke. But someone who actually makes an effort into it, not like people like Jacob Sartorius who makes a joke out of being in the entertainment industry. Or this one guy where I've been getting into a lot of these cringe compilation videos of Musically, if you guys know what that app is.
I've heard of it, yeah.
There is one where there is a Musically where a guy is dancing and singing next to his dying grandpa.
Oh god.
I need to look this up. This is more people need to see it, and I tried to show someone, they almost tried to punch my screen. It's like, it's not you, it was the video. I had to punch this kid so bad. It's like, Jesus, you have no idea how bad that is.
Yeah, some people are born without grace or class at all.
It's like his grandpa's died. He's probably thinking, you know, shit, I'm gonna kill your ass. If that were Carvasar's great kid, he'd just reach over. He would die right there, but his grip would still be on his grandson's throat.
Like what happened, like in Venture Bros.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Brock Hampton, where he grabbed that guy.
Yeah, he still had him, even when he was tranked and buried alive. He just rose out of the ground with holding the guy. Like,
does that mean he's an altered beast? Arise from your grave.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just some genetic superhuman.
Here's the video.
Oh.
it's just he's Brock Sampson. There's no other classification for that.
Can you imagine if they did that in that sort of style from the '60s cartoons, where it's like you see the moving lips and just the still frame image of the character?
Oh yeah, Clutch Cargo.
Yes, the Cliff Cargo style.
Yes. I want to see that so badly.
Yeah,
So this big budget movie, it just does that.
Like The Incredibles.
That's The Incredibles too.
I feel The Tick is a better version of The Incredibles.
Yeah, that
I
was a
forgot.
good show.
The Tick is coming out in August.
Oh.
The new show, like, anyone want to talk about this?
Yeah, sure. This can be like our finale, I guess.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to The Tick because it really parodies modern and past superhero type shows stuff where it has some serious moments, but it lives it in a very cartoony way to show how stupid it all is, where these characters have serious issues and stuff like that, but I live in a world where really cartoony looking superheroes do really dorky things, like the oldest and immortal superhero ever goes on a Whoopi Goldberg show to talk about his many heroic contributes as a superhero and how he fought a villain a lot of fans know as the Terror. And the Arthur character, if you've known past incarnations of the Tick, Arthur has that bunny suit right as he goes to work. Arthur is unemployed in this, and he's kind of in and out of a mental hospital because as a kid, the Terror accidentally killed his dad and his favorite superhero team at the same time. And the Terror walked up to a kid, Arthur, ate his yogurt, and made fun of him for it all.
That's just being a dick.
He's like, you are an ass. Arthur has actually a tick. He's like, he's like winking all that stuff. He's traumatized for life. And when the Tick says his name, Arthur starts twitching.
Oh.
And their dynamic is so good because Arthur sometimes can't tell if the Tick is real or not, because I have a theory that the Tick has always been Arthur from the future, because even the Tick doesn't know his own name.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
If that is how it's going to end, that would be a great way to end it. It's like Arthur has become the hero he's destined to be, because it shows a flashback after the incident. He's at home and has a blue nightlight, and he's like, the nightlight sounds like, what are you gonna do about it, Arthur? There's villainy everywhere. But yet people still interact with the Tick. He's real. But apparently it's just so weird because like no one believes him about the Tick, and it does have the classic scene where the Tick is in Arthur's house, his apartment, and he gives an actually really good speech, a lot better than the Patrick Warburton one, where he mostly quotes the cartoon where he goes like, "You're not going crazy, Arthur. You're going sane in a crazy world." And he talks about, "Hey, I'm you, Arthur. I am the you want to be. You're destined to be a hero." And it ends with like the Tick stealing a high-tech suit from the Terror's minions. Apparently the Terror's going underground. And it like, I'm excited for it because like it shows like the Arthur and the Tick. It's going to have that sitcom feel to it, but it is going to have more action into it, because the Tick actually has a scene where he takes on all these guards and he's so jolly about it. He's like, doo-doo-doo, and they're shooting at him. It's like, that is the Tick we know. And he's like, stop your evil ways. It's just like, everyone just looks at him going, huh? He's like, he's indestructible. And I recommend you guys watch the Amazon pilot. Find any way to watch it. Do that. Also watch Jean-Claude Van Johnson. That is funny as hell as well. And that's all I gotta say.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds good.
Alright, well, anything else you guys want to finish off here?
Well, if anyone hears this and they have the power to do so, we need a Plastic Man movie.
With John Turturro as Plastic Man.
Yeah, I remember Plastic Man.
Yeah, he's my favorite DC hero of all time. because his alter ego is apparently, which they made canon, the mob, well, the mob hitman that he used to be. Apparently Batman's never found him or even found out what Plastic Man's secret identity is either.
World's greatest detective, my ass.
Well, Plastic Man can change the shape of his face, which I'm sure even with Bruce Wayne, he can't really predict that, what his face made.
For some reason, he likes hanging out with him more than Superman.
Yeah.
He just hates Superman because he needs someone to hate. Because DC doesn't like our characters getting along, I guess. I guess it's because all the times in the Super Friends, Batman and Superman looked like they were a little too close.
Also, Plastic Man's a good balance to, like, Batman's dark and broodiness. You've got someone who's this cheerful, like, borderline obnoxious, optimistic hero who always, like, hangs around him when he can.
No, he doesn't want him to.
Yeah, and that adds to the comedic effect, of course, there.
That's, again, I'm looking forward to so many shows coming out. Movies, we're not doing so good with stuff, but television, we are doing great. Especially if you're... I don't even think the new Godzilla anime movie is going to do well, but that's just me. That's another topic for another podcast.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess we can end it off here.
Yep.
DZ Dog, and I just am. What are you guys? What are you?
I'm Trench, and I am anti-weed.
Sounds good.
Yet I am one.
I'm Commissar Aurelius Bussin Garrett. Aurelius Bussin, my name. You don't stop.
I'm Dragonking Mark, and, well, I hope next time we do this, Logan and Weeb Trash can come on.
All right.
Curious to meet them. Well, him.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah.